We are getting you caught up on some new details that we've learned within the last 30 minutes on a very disturbing case out of Arlington.
Robbie Owens has been working the story. She's at Newman International Academy today. And based on everything we saw, Robbie, emotional news conference, and certainly a lot of parents have a lot of questions with this.
A lot of questions, Doug and Nicole, a lot of emotions. I don't even want to tell you how long I've done this as a reporter, and I have never been a part of a press conference like this. Beginning with the chief acknowledging what has happened here. 3 people arrested, 2 of them fired. The third, the principal, resigned before he could be fired. And the police chief here at Newman International stressing that he doesn't know how far this investigation will reach. He likened it to falling dominoes, even reaching into institutions in other states. He has accused those institutions of, in his words, quote, passing the trash. In just a matter of days, he says they have learned that at least one of these suspects has been accused of other actions involving children, and that person was allowed to resign, and the places where he worked did not file charges, did not alert police. So because of that, that person was allowed to get another job, pass a background check, and once again be exposed to students. Again, he won't say how far this investigation will go, but he is so very passionate about bringing justice for these young people. Today, sharing publicly that he was a victim of child sexual abuse. He shared with us this afternoon that he did not get justice, so he is determined that justice will happen for these young victims here at Newman International. Doug, Nicole?
For about a year. See, back when I grew up, I'm older than most of you. There was a lot of shame for victims. I never got justice, by the way. My perpetrator is in jail because of other victims. And so it wasn't my plan to share it today, but I think it's important for people to hear this. This is deeply personal for all of us. And, you know, I get my justice when I get other people justice.
Now, the chief, of course, cannot share many details about this investigation, the specifics, but he is assuring this community that they will not leave any stone unturned. He says he's not concerned about the reputation of this institution. He says he will fight to be transparent and protect the students here at Newman International. Doug, Nicole?
Yeah, Robbie, I'm so glad that you brought up the tone of the press conference today, because I was watching and I had the same thought. It was very emotional, and now we know why. The chief telling his own story here. How did school police learn about the allegations? Because they seem very wide-ranging here.
Well, the one that prompted this investigation, he says, 2 7th-grade girls came forward about a week ago and said something isn't right. And according to the chief, 5 hours later, a suspect was in custody. Based on what we've learned since that time, we believe that suspect is 53-year-old Ruel, or J.R. Barbie. He worked as a teacher here. He is the one that has been charged with improper relationship with the student. And in the course of investigating that, that's when the police tells us that others were also brought into this investigation. A 20-year-old who has been charged with grooming, and then just yesterday the principal, I should say former principal here, was charged with tampering with a witness, tampering with evidence, and also failure to report abuse. And you spoke about the emotion of this press conference, Nicole. This police chief is very passionate about those who protect institutions instead of protecting children and try to hide this abuse. He is assuring this community that he will leave no stone unturned to bring the people who hide abuse and put other children in danger. He wants to bring them to justice.
Yeah, I'm sure the community and parents especially are thankful for a leader like him who cares. And we have to say we are proud of those 7th graders who spoke up. Robbie, thank you so much. We'll have much more on this story later tonight at 10.